Machinima, a timely classical piece of entertainment that audience in this generation still remember. When you saw this famous logo in any video, you knew you were in for something special. It was a fun time to be a content creator, whether it was for Halo, Gears, GTA, Sims, Minecraft, Smash Brothers, you name it. Although most of what's left of the Machinima channel has pretty much gone dead silent for some time now. But luckily there's a community out there that's still managing to salvage even half of those memories. Fast forward to 2021 and we still have Machinima content out there. Seriously, just look it up. It's right there. But nonetheless, it's still going strong. So you want to make a Machinima, huh? But specifically for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, you're in luck. And hopefully you'll find all the answers you need in this tutorial. But before we get started, let's talk about the things that you're going to need for this video. And one of those things are A, your Nintendo Switch, an SD card and an SD card adapter, and any form of capture card. While it is a preferable method and what I personally use, it's not your only option. And I will show you in the video how to make, footage without a capture card. Now, with all that out the way, let's put this bad boy in the dock and let's get started. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your rule set, create a rule where you have one stock, hazards off, unless needed. And then you're gonna set it up. Make sure you have your name to, whatever you want, just to establish that. It's your rule set for Machinimas. I'm gonna be using Fountain of Dreams. And for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna be using, let's see. I'm gonna use Mewtwo. I also use Pichu. And from the start, you already are body acting, and then you'll have like about a few seconds to basically get to move your characters. It's literally at the start of the match. The system is recording your movements, and it's up to you to just basically start recording shots, and vice versa. So I had them walk, I had them do some let's say do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, spot dodge here, crouch, and then maybe a little bit of taunt, teabag here, and then they just walk off. And then that should end it. Yes, I know this looks very weird considering that I'm just moving the characters and then nothing's really happening, but it'll all be explained in the meantime. So, now, here comes my favorite part. The SD. And then you save the replay. Absolutely make sure you save the replay. And the next thing you do, you go to replace, replay data. Wait for it to load. Select your replay, and then hit convert to video. And then when you hit convert to video, these are the options that you select. Do not display info. Well, with this, I always have music turned off and only sound effects, even the character voices, because I don't want a lot of their hit sounds to be in the background as I do scenes or taunt. Sound effects on, but video quality, I want it pretty. Want it to be the highest quality possible. And then you hit OK. It doesn't matter what the replay is, because when you convert it, you'll just be able to rename it in your system. And from here, we have the same replay. Now, with this is the extent of how the replay camera in this game's replay camera is pretty good, honestly. It depends on some stages, and we do have a stage list of like all the stages that are like pretty good with the camera or pretty bad with the camera. So you can get some pretty decent close-up shots with a lot of shots, a lot of stages. It just depends. So, and from here on out, you can choose which part to record with the replay button, and then with the press of the start button, you're off. And then you would pause a little bit closer, get a better shot of them. Maybe a little bit of a pan here. And then you pause again. And next shot here with Pichu, you know, looking at his tail. But honestly, once you like go comb through the video over and over again, you can remember what happens at what specific times. So that way, like, I recommend just shooting multiple times. Not just once, not one shots, but just multiple times. Because you can literally get like so many, you can get like a lot of cues here and there. Even stuff like this happening, like I didn't even mean to pause. I didn't even know that was gonna happen, but oh look, now Mewtwo's got his eyes closed. You could use that for a certain scene. Or like a gesture, see maybe him laughing or ha ha ha. And now we have this again. And so yeah, there's a lot you can do with the replays in this game. However, what I just showed you right now, I noticed that I didn't record because I was using the capture card. However, I can show you the process on what it's like when you do hit the, you know, press the A button to convert a video. It works the same way as a capture card does, except that with the converting, you know, when you convert a video, it actually gets rid of this this bar at the bottom of the screen when it's fully converted. When a capture card, this stays up here, and while yes, you can like, you know, a capture card is like, you know, preferred, it isn't like your only option, is what I'm saying. I still think that you can still get a lot done even without the capture card. And honestly, despite the quality loss for the converting a video, you can still like get rid of this little bar and the video will be full screen, no cropping needed. And I think that's honestly better, despite the quality loss that you'll get from the converted video. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put the camera here, and then press start, and I'm gonna press the A button. Now from this point on, any movement you make will be recorded. And yes, there will be hiccups, you will mess up, it's fine. Then you hold the A button, you end the playback, and now the video is saved to your system. Alright, so now I'm going to show you what the replay looks like. Now, this is what happens when you just move the camera without pausing. Okay? It shows all of your movements, which is something that I hope that people, you know, new people that make Machinima won't do. So that way you won't have like a ton of hectic movements. What I recommend is that you pause before you move the camera, because when you do that, this is what happens in your replays. Watch. The camera cuts straight to Pichu because I paused before I switched over. And now here's another shot of me of this getting cut to Mewtwo in a wide shot. Yep. And then it does it again. And that seemed pretty decent. I mean, the scene could have been better. I probably could have do some more shooting to get some more angles, but that's basically the gist of it. All right, so now that we are here, you're gonna go into your SD card, select Nintendo, and then select album, and then you're gonna select the most recent folder, which would be your recent year. And then I suggest clicking through until you find the replay. That's not it. There has to be another one. I think it's this one. I think it's extra 23rd. Right, that's right. Yes. With album extra is like the Smash Brothers replays, and it basically saves all of the replays that you converted over time, and you just find the one that's the most recent year or date, and today is March 23rd, so I would search here, and I have two, I think, some reason. Let me see. Oh, that's right. Let's go to this one. And there it is, with sound and everything. And you probably can't hear it from my recording, but there is sound playing. And now we have your footage. Copy here. However, I will say that this doesn't happen with everyone. But I do notice that when people, well, when I used to do like Smash and Vanilla without mods, I noticed that converting a replay into a video tends to be a bit weird with some video editors. I noticed one time I tried to just drag and drop into Vegas, and I get this error, and I didn't know what the problem was. I couldn't figure it out. So a little bit of Googling, I found that there's a program that I would recommend to you. It's called HandBrake. Now, this doesn't mean that everyone will have this problem. It's just, if it does happen to you, this is the course of action I suggest you to take. So I recommend this program. It's called HandBrake. It's free. It's a video converter. You go and take the replays that you've made, and then you would take them and just pick, like, let's say a preset here. Maybe like I want it to be 1080p. And then once you pick that, like, just go to web, YouTube HD 1080p 720, doesn't matter. And then you hit the encode button. But before you do that, so then you would take this, hit the browse, take this video, rename it, and then you hit the encode button. And once it's encoded, Takes its time. Let it render out. And then, once it's finished, you'll be able to have your video in Vegas, like, workable. Alright, the queue is done, which means the video is done. Still the same video. Still the same. Matter of fact, let me see if there's a difference. Nope. Same quality, everything. But of course, I'm only playing the video. So now we're going to take it, drag it to Vegas, see what happens. And there you go. It's there. Full quality. Alright, so we've covered a wide amount of time here with, like, the basics of how to get the camera shot, the pros and cons of a capture card versus a video converter. And we still got some time left, and I think there's a few more things I wanted to talk about before we end this video. Also, just on a note, there will be links in the description to some of the things I've mentioned beforehand. So, you know. So, the next thing I want to talk about is frame by frame. Now, some people might wonder, like, what is frame by frame? Well, frame by frame is a thing you can do in the pause menu option. And you see, you have all your options out before you. The tilt, adjust view angle, frame by frame, reset camera, and hide display. And for those that like to take snapshots in Smash Brothers, they should know all of this and be familiar with it. The frame by frame, however, is a tool that is very useful for those that have a capture card, because you can get some pretty, you know, good thumbnail material here. Probably like just toy around with like effects. Vice versa. So it is also helpful for those like moments when a character blinks in their idle animations, or when a character makes a face for taking damage. So let's wrap things up. Let's go back to our rules real quickly. I didn't cover this, but you know, when you make the rule set, make sure you have your items off. You definitely don't want to have like anything interrupt your filming, you know, just so you know. Let's go to settings real quick. Options. And go to sound. And I'm gonna turn this down real quick. But again, you want your music off, obviously. And you want voices off because whenever you're filming, you're gonna see and hear a lot of like characters making a lot of noises, like taunting, idle animation, like for example Bowser's idle animation where he like kind of yawns, has a lot of like growling, and when you turn off voices you don't hear that. So it's pretty useful to get rid of some of the like ambiances from the game. And of course you want sound effects, because you got to have your running and jumping and stage background noises. So make sure you have that on. Let's see what else we could have. Oh, let's go back to controls actually. You could use this for like basically all your controls, but for this I have tap jump off, because when it comes to like scenes where you're like, oh man, I accidentally like dash forward, or my big thumb went up instead of like right, you know, so you don't want that happening in your footage. So it's best to always have the tap jump off. Stick sensitivity, that's I haven't really experimented with low or not. I always have it on high, but you know, I could probably cover that in another video because that can correlate to fight scenes. But yes, tap jump off, that is a must. Let's see what else we can cover. Let's see. To be fair, that's pretty much the basics as far as like getting up your camera and like figuring out what's best for you and all that. I'll cover more advanced stuff in the future. Later down the line, I'm gonna make another tutorial video, and it's gonna be about fight scenes. So that's gonna be fun. I'll cover like all the stuff that I use and how do I like prepare myself for fight scenes. I'll talk about how I use the special smash rules like slow-mo and I think stamina. Slow-mo and stamina will be very, very helpful for fight scenes. Whew, I'm starting to get a little winded. But thanks for sticking by. I'm positive that there's still probably some more stuff I could have talked about in terms of basic, but I think this is, you know, the general gist of like how to get started on a Machinima project. It doesn't even have to be like something as like dedicated like a full-on fledged series, but you know, just for those that just want to make it, this tutorial might not be for everybody, but I sincerely hope that it will help someone in the long run. Anyway, so with that being said, this is Hedgehog Engine from TheDigitalShadows signing off. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave a like and comment down below. Feedback is very appreciated. I will definitely like take notes and try to like talk about more stuff. Try not to ramble as much as, you know, this is my first time actually doing a Machinima tutorial like this. And yes, there are other tutorials out there, but you know, it's up to you on what you choose to do in the long run. So with that being said, time to end this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.